First on Connecticut's news station, a woman died in Hartford Police custody days after she was arrested. And now the Inspector General is trying to find out why. What we know and don't know this morning.
Also ahead for you, Joe Liberman's son speaking up about his dad's battle with cancer in the years leading up to his death. What he had to say about the late senator's character.
Eversource says it's going to resume shutoffs next month for people behind on their energy bills. Brooke Griffin is joining us for a live report of what you can do to avoid this from happening to you.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock Thursday morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for starting off your day with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Keith McGilvery. Grateful you're with us as we start off a brand new day, getting a check of your forecast with newly Emmy-nominated meteorologist
Oh, thank you.
Rachel Piscatelli. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Very exciting. Nominated with the team for one of our weather specials, so very exciting stuff.
And always on point.
Oh.
Always on point,
forecast.
especially today. That mist as I was coming in today, I was like, Rachel said this was going to happen.
I feel like you guys are joshing me right now, but that's all right.
I'm not.
I appreciate it. Showers at times today, and there is some weird areas of mist and also some drizzle this morning, too. We don't have that heavy rain that has moved in yet, but we are expecting some shower activity today. Temperatures are mild, upper 40s to near 50 degrees, 50 in Chester, 52 degrees in Hartford. And we are also looking at that reduced visibility, so areas of fog to walk out to and also to drive through. So just be mindful of that this morning. You'll see that we do see occasional showers through the morning, and then also again in the afternoon. There will also be heavier rain that moves in tonight into tomorrow that will contain some embedded downpours. That wind picks up in intensity, and there even could be a thunderstorm too by tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. Speaking of Emmy-nominated, Symphony. Also Emmy-nominated.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're taking a look at how things are shaping up. Looking forward to that award ceremony later this summer. All right, let's get you caught up with what's happening outside. We are accident-free so far on this Thursday. Unlike yesterday, we're not off to a busy start yet, but there's some construction areas wrapping up. Starting off on 91, you might see some road work on the southbound side between Enfield, Windsor, and on the northbound side over in North Haven. Right now, we're taking a live look in downtown Hartford this morning. You can see a little bit of that fog out there. Camera's a bit blurry. Traffic volume not bad at all. Drive time's looking good. No delays to report on 91, 84, or Route 2. And let's take a quick look out in New London. Traffic volume pretty light along 91 this morning. We are seeing a bit of a delay, but we tend to see throughout the work week on 95 South heading to Bridgeport. Traffic speeds moving at 43 miles per hour. We have your next update coming up at 6:30.
All right, a big congratulations to you as well, my friend. Well deserved. 6:03, if you're an Eversource customer behind on your payments, you may soon lose your service, according to a new company plan.
Yeah, leaders say if no effort to pay is made, electric is going to be shut off to that customer on May 2nd. Brooke Griffin is live. She's covering this in Hartford. She has more details on who could be facing a shutoff. Brooke.
Well, Eversource is cutting the cord on any household that has unpaid bills of any amount. But there is a catch here. It's not over quite yet for you if you are a little bit behind. They say that if you do sign up for a payment plan of some kind, then that's going to take or count as action towards that situation. They say as long as you're putting in an effort to making those payments, paying a little bit at least, then they are going to keep your electric on. In a statement, leaders say right now, Eversource estimates there's about $160 million in unpaid electric bills, which they tell us is putting a strain on every customer since the company is raising rates to compensate for the unpaid services. The shutoffs have been halted since the pandemic began, but now as of May 2nd, they will resume again if no effort of setting up a payment plan has been made. Eversource leaders say there are several options to help you pay down your debt. You can enroll in the state-funded Connecticut Energy Assistance Program for reduced bills during the winter months, take part in the matching payment program, which knocks down the amount you owe as you make those payments. They'll be contributing as well. The New Start program is also an option that helps people set up a 12-month payment program of $150 $100 per month paid. And last but not least, there is an electric bill discount for low-income customers. This could lower your bill from 10 to 50% each month. We have information on those programs posted on FOX61.com. Now remember, that shutoff deadline is May 2nd. Eversource says they want to warn people about scammers. They say they're only going to alert you of a possible shutoff by mail. They say they will not be calling you, and they definitely will not be taking any sort of payment information over the phone. Definitely not asking for that either. So just make sure that you end up only listening to those mail notices. They say those are the official ones. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, important information. Thanks so much. Well, meantime, we have some new information here. Connecticut's top prosecutor and state lawmakers are calling on grocery stores to disclose their profits.
Yeah, they're citing a federal government report that shows store profits rose and remain elevated even with the worst of the pandemic behind us. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane live in Wethersfield this morning with the details. Lindsay, we all see those grocery bills, and we're talking about them for sure. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yes, lawmakers are coming together later this afternoon to talk about that very thing, calling on major grocery store retailers to not only disclose their costs, but disclose their profits. Now, this after a new report shows the increase in prices at the grocery store may not be from inflation. The Federal Trade Commission did a study highlighting the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and supply chain issues. Now, the study suggests the increase in grocery store prices is due to stores increasing their revenue, not from inflation. Now, during the pandemic, profits rose and have remained elevated. During 2023, profits rose on average about 7%, which is higher than any other year since 2015. The FTC says because of these findings, an additional study needs to be done. Today, Attorney General William Tong and lawmakers are speaking out to highlight the issue. National data says inflation is cooling, but people across the nation are reporting not feeling that in their wallets, citing grocery stores as a top reason. Now, lawmakers are announcing their plans to target major grocery store retailers later this afternoon. Now, we are also reaching out to the Connecticut Food Association, who has hundreds of stores and distributors, for a comment on this as well. So you can stick with us on air, online, and on Fox 61 Plus. Live in Wethersfield this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Lindsay, thank you for that. We'll check in with you throughout the morning.
And at 6:07, we're continuing with a developing story in Hartford. The Inspector General's office says it's investigating how a woman died while in police custody. Officials say 49-year-old Linda Prelo died over the weekend. She was arrested on Friday on 2 outstanding warrants. Now, it's not clear what charges that she faced. Investigators say police found her unresponsive inside her cell on Sunday morning. Officers got medical aid for her, but she died at the hospital. We're working to get more details from the Inspector General's office as well as Hartford Police.
6:08 on a Thursday morning. It's been 2 weeks since former Connecticut Senator Joe Liberman died after falling and hitting his head. Now we're learning more about his health leading up to that fall. His son Matthew wrote an editorial in the Wall Street Journal. He said he and the family recently learned Liberman was diagnosed with a form of bone marrow cancer in 2018. He said it appears his dad's fall stemmed from that cancer. Despite being sick for the past several years, Matthew said his dad did not slow down. In the editorial, he wrote, quote, his life expectancy with myelofibrosis was probably not more than 5 years. Still, he never mentioned anything like cancer or a shorter life expectancy. He continued to live with a characteristic energy and positivity, so our concern remained mild. Joe Liberman was 82 years old.
A woman facing misdemeanor charges in connection with the deadly home invasion of Waterbury educator Shelley Stamp in 2022 is expected to appear in court today. Shannon Gritzbach will be arraigned on a charge of failure to appear for missing a recent court date. Police say Gritzbach was with Heather Anderson when the home invasion happened. Anderson accepted a plea deal for Stamp's murder and is serving a 25-year prison sentence. Now, the guilty verdict against Michelle Troconis will stand. A Stanford judge denied her legal team's request for an acquittal and new trial in her conspiracy to commit murder case. He ruled there was sufficient evidence to go to the jury on each one of the counts that Troconis faced. A 6-person jury found Troconis guilty of 6 charges in the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos, who was declared legally dead last fall.
The standard isn't we have a different interpretation of the evidence. The standard is, could any reasonable jury find the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt?
It's simply unfair that my sister is paying for someone else's crimes, and that, being with the wrong guy made her a criminal.
Well, the judge denied a new trial. He is considering vacating one of the 2 conspiracy charges against her because it borders on double jeopardy, meaning someone can't be charged twice for the same crime. Now, if that happens, it could reduce the overall sentence. Right now, Troconis faces a maximum of 50 years in prison. She's set to be sentenced next month.
55 U.S. Coast Guard Academy cadets facing allegations of cheating on their homework. The Academy releasing a statement saying they found the cadets sharing answers online. Now, that is a violation of the Academy's policies here. We are told all 55 cadets being disciplined on a case-by-case basis. At least 6 failed the course, 11 removed from their summer battalion command positions, all being required to participate in a 20-week honor remediation program. Working for the weekend getting easier for some town employees in Plainville. That's because the town is adopting a 4-day work week. The new schedule will take effect for offices in the Municipal Center, Recreation Department, and Youth Services Department. Workers will still have the same amount of hours each week.